Bill O'Reilly here, Thursday, February 27th, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. President Trump updates the nation on the coronavirus. San Francisco declares a state of emergency to stop the disease. ABC News suspends a senior correspondent for comments caught on a hidden camera. Donald Trump sues the New York Times for libel. Pope Francis urges Christians to give up, quote, verbal violence for Lent. Also, how the Mexican cartels are hurting all of us here in America. But first, the president says there's a very low risk from the coronavirus right now to the general public. Mr. Trump appointing Vice President Pence to lead the government's task force. Last night's press conference follows a report from the CDC warning of a possible global pandemic. San Francisco declaring a citywide state of emergency to prevent the virus. Mayor London Breed urging hospitals, schools, and local businesses to prepare for a possible disaster. There are currently 80,000 confirmed cases of the coronavirus around the world. 3,000 people have died, but no one in San Francisco apparently has the virus. Nevertheless, the emergency. The Trump campaign suing the New York Times for libel, claiming the newspaper knowingly published false information about the president and Russia. The lawsuit states that a Times opinion writer knew his facts were wrong, wrote the column anyway to defame the president and mislead its own readers. ABC News suspending veteran correspondent David Wright for remarks captured by an undercover camera. The footage shows the reporter referring to himself as a socialist, mocking President Trump, and saying his own network, ABC, hides the president's accomplishments and misinforms viewers to gain ratings. The Disney company, which owns ABC, was not amused, and thus Mr. Wright is suspended. Pope Francis calling on Christians to give up gossip, online bullying, and verbal violence for Lent, saying too many people, quote, live in an atmosphere of offensive and harmful words, unquote. The Catholic leader delivering his remarks to thousands gathered in the Vatican St. Peter's Square. The Pope is right on target with this one. In a moment, how the Mexican crime cartels are hurting all of us here in America. Right back. Computer systems in cars are dominant now. Mine has dozens of sensors, touchscreen displays, and electronically controlled transmission and more. Advanced tech is expensive to fix if and when it breaks, which is why I have Car Shield. Car Shield is affordable protection plans that can save you thousands for covered repairs, including computers, GPS, electronics, and much more. With Car Shield, you're behind the wheel of your own plan. When I'm on the road, I know that I'm covered with their 24/7 roadside assistance. If my car breaks down, I know Car Shield will provide a rental car for free while mine gets fixed. With rates as low as $99 a month, you have little to lose, so get covered by Car Shield today. Please call 800-CAR-6000 and mention code BILL. Or go to carshield.com and use code BILL to save 10%. A deductible may apply. carshield.com. Please use code BILL. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. The vicious Mexican crime cartels and Americans. Last year in Mexico, there were at least 33,000 murders, twice as many as in the USA, which has twice the population Mexico has. An additional 30,000 people have been reported missing. Most of them are probably dead. 5 of the top 10 most dangerous cities in the world are located in Mexico, including Tijuana and Acapulco. According to the Corruption Perceptions Index, Mexico is ranked as the most corrupt country in the Western Hemisphere. According to the Business Anti-Corruption Index, more than 66% of businesses in Mexico say dealing with corruption is a part of day-to-day life. So, why should we care in America? Well, those drug cartels down there are affecting our lives in a major way. It is estimated there are 25 different drug cartels operating in Mexico. Total of 100,000 individuals, gangsters, working for those rings. Cartels move $100 billion worth of drugs into America every year. $100 billion worth of drugs. 95% of cocaine sold in the USA passes through Mexico, largest foreign supplier of heroin, marijuana, and methamphetamine to the USA. President Trump was on the verge of designating the Mexican drug cartels as terrorist groups. You may remember I reported that. If that had happened, the U.S. military could attack the cartels using drones and even ground troops, as we have seen in the Middle East. But Mexico's president, Obrador, did not want that to happen for two reasons. One, it would reflect poorly on Mexico City. And two, there is so much money pouring into the politicians' pockets in Mexico via bribes that Obrador knew his support would crumble if President Trump started attacking the cartels. So a deal was made, a very interesting deal. The Mexican army would regulate immigration, illegal immigration, through Mexico into the USA. You haven't heard about the caravans in a while. That's because the Mexican army now stops them. And in return, President Trump pulled back from the terror designation. Here in America, 100,000 people at least die from narcotics every year. Many more are impacted. 70% of all child neglect and abuse is caused by substance abusers. 70%. The southwest border and the towns down there live in fear. Foreign criminal gangs have spread to every major city in America. There is too much money in narcotics. The government here cannot stop it. So, the only way to regulate this is to designate these cartels as terrorist group and destroy them. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by actually writing it. For more news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com, and you can reach me at bill@BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. It is shocking that your home can be easily stolen. That's a lesson Deborah learned when thieves found her home's title online, forged it, and then took ownership. In an instant, thieves legally owned Deborah's home, and actually, she got evicted and spent a fortune in legal fees trying to get her house back. The FBI calls home title fraud one of the fastest growing crimes. I urge you to protect your home with Home Title Lock. Thieves hunt legal documents online, forge them, stating you sold your home, then they borrow against it, and you get the payments. No insurance or bank can protect you. Only Home Title Lock does. You could already be a victim of title fraud and not know it. So please register your home at HometitleLock.com and enter BILL, B-I-L-L, for 1 month of free protection. That's BILL for 1 month free at HometitleLock.com. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Running into a celebrity in public can be a rewarding experience financially if you happen to have a pen and paper. So ditch the smartphone, forget the photos, get the signatures from famous athletes, movie stars, musicians, politicians, etc. Here are some of the most valuable autographs ever sold. In 2003, a signed copy of John Lennon's double fantasy album brought in $500,000, mostly because of who owned it. Lennon signed the album on December 8th, 1980. It was the last autograph he ever gave. Hours later, the record's owner, the guy who got the autograph on the album, Mark David Chapman, shot and killed John Lennon outside his New York City apartment. Autographs from famous athletes also in high demand. One of the most coveted items in sports is a basketball signed by Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson together. The two placed their signatures on a few basketballs while working together on a music video. There's only one left in good condition, estimated value $300,000 for that basketball. Historical figures, of course, can fetch handsome sums. William Shakespeare may hold the honor as the most published playwright in history, but he didn't leave too many signatures behind. There are only 6 surviving documents that bear the bard's handwritten name. And if you have a copy, wait a minute, it's worth about $5 million. George Washington has the honor of having the most expensive signature in the USA. 2012, Sotheby's auctioned off Washington's personal copy of a book containing the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. The document sold for $10 million. It now is displayed in the White House. And here's something you might not know. The number of autographs on the market has plummeted in recent years, all because of one invention, the iPhone. Because people don't want the autographs, they want pictures. So the next time you see a celebrity, put away that device. Hand them a pen. The O'Reilly Update will continue after these messages. There are thousands of abandoned animals in the USA that need our help. I am partnering with Delta Rescue, the largest no-kill care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. Founded by actor Leo Grillo, who left Hollywood to devote his life to saving abandoned animals, Delta Animal Sanctuary is a one-of-a-kind rescue unit. They are staffed by trained attendants who look after each animal, providing them water, treats, toys, and affection. Support Delta Rescue and put your legacy to work. Each life-saving gift helps Delta fulfill their mandate to rescue and care for animals. Request a free estate planning package at deltarescue.org/bill. For a limited time, please watch The Rescuer for free only at deltarescue.org/bill. The Rescuer is an award-winning documentary about Grillo's 2-year rescue of a family of 21 dogs abandoned in the wilderness. deltarescue.org/bill. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.